Hello, happy knitters, crafters. This is Marianne for another episode of Offer Hug Knit a Square per week. This weekly video, allow you to revisit some technique in knitting and crochet or learn new techniques. Create a 10 centimeter square, a 5 centimeter square, or 20 centimeter square. If you're beginners, I would keep my square and put them into a safekeeping blanket, witness of my progress, at least the first one, and aside, create more practice for yourself and donate your spare squares. So the purpose of these videos, meet new people, learn new skills, boost mental health. I mean, that's not bad for a start, for the start of a year. Yes. So this is video number 4. So we're doing the 4 square today, and this week it's going to be a way to recap, practice, revisit the knit and purl stitch. The knit and purl stitch, and create what I want to call the basket weave. So that's one I made earlier. So we're going to go through the cast on. I'm gonna pass on the cast off on the stockinette. I'm just gonna carry on. We've got our little friend assistant, the ducky duck, to make sure that I'm in frame. So if you don't see the duck, I might be in frame. And if you see the duck, that means I'm a bit off the frame. So that's for me, really. But it's nice to have duckies around. So today, cast on long tail, 20 stitches, and we're off to do the basket weave. I mean, if you look at it, we can imagine the weave of the willow or the wood that we use going like a weaving method. I like it. Okay, let's go and do it. Right, I'm going to cast on and chat at the same time. Or no, I don't know how I'm doing. You know, it's just you and me. We just chill. I hope you have a drink. That you're nice and warm and comfortable and cozy. So for 25, 10, 15, 20. For 20 stitches, I use the length of my forearm. Right, so here's the beginning of the length. Here's the end. Ducky. I go over my thumb. I mean, week 1 and 2 covers this. So I am going to do it, allow you to have a look. Feel free to stop and rewind. Where are my duck? Here we go. So you go behind the needle, and you have that kind of triangle and come down. Okay, so I'm going to do 20 like that. And I try not to go too fast. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Hang on a minute. I don't trust English numbers, do you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And one more. Bit fiddly, but we'll get there. There we go. Right, so that was for the cast on 20 stitches. And then I'm going to take my needle and start with 5 knitting stitch. So I always work the first stitch, the first ever stitch of a project. When I go 1 row and come back and start again, I do not work this first stitch. I'll explain when I get back to it. So knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, knit 4, knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I'm going to purl. So yarn forward to purl, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And guess what we're going to do now? We're going to pass the yarn behind the needle and we're going to do 5 knit. 1, 2, 3, 4, five, and then we're going to do 5 purl. So I pass the yarn forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hey, first row, well done. Right, so because I've done 1 row, I worked this stitch already. So I will not work this stitch this time. So it is a knitting stitch. It's a V. So I'm going to start as knitting, but I'm going to slip the stitch on the other needle. Ooh, wobble, wobble, wobble. That's the duckies. That's the duckies effect. And jump. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn forward to go back to purl. 1, 2. What's going on here? That's interesting. There was a knot. 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn at the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn at the front for purl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and you can see your little rectangle of basket weaving starting to appear. Let's do a bit more. So guess what? I will not work the first stitch. I'm just gonna, because it's a knit, I'm gonna slip it over the needle as knit. A up, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn forward, so I was yarn backward as knit, yarn forward as purl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn backward for knit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn forward to purl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and you see your rectangle of weaving, basket weaving appearing. So how do you count your rows? Because what do you do? So let's see how many rows have we got. I'd rather count the knit than the purl. So I don't know if you can count, if you can see here. So that's one. And you count your V's. So let's see this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we did one more, and then we'll do something else to make the basket weave. So first stitch, we don't work it. We slide it as knit on the other needle. We were in knit, yarn forward for purl. Okay, so we've done 5 purl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn forward, backward, sorry, for knit. Stop wobbling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yarn forward for purl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's check that we've got 5 stitches. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna. Have you got an idea of what we're gonna do? We're gonna swap. If you hear some voices, it's my son upstairs who's streaming, video streaming. Too happy, too happy. Too much happy. Okay, so what we're going to do, it's still not working on the first stitch, but I'm gonna, slip it on this needle as purl, because all the knitting become purl and all the purl become knit. So slip as purl. So yarn forward. Yeah, yarn forward. And slip on a needle. 1. So that's 2. 3. 4. 5. So again, we wear yarn forward, so yarn backward for knit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn forward for purl. It might be tricky the first row when you change, especially if you have to put your knitting down. But when you get your knitting back in or on, you check on your cooking, or you check on baby, or you answer the phone, or whatever. Okay, what I was doing? Oh, okay, so I did 5 rows, so that's the 6th row. So I'm swapping from, I'm weaving my basket, so I'm changing from purl to knit or knit to purl. So here I've done, if you pull it, you've got your knit. So next one, it's going to be a purl. So yarn forward. And oh yes, it was knit. So it's going to be a purl. I hope I'm making some sense. So purl. Two purls. 3 purls. 4 purls. And 5 purls. So we go to knit, so yarn at the back. Right, we're doing well. We've done 2 rows. Well, we're starting the second part of the basket weaving. So I'll do another row for you to see the other part. I'll bring back my, so we're here. So we've done this. We're now doing this. I'll just repeat. We've done this. We're now doing this. Or we've done that. And now we're doing this. Yeah? Right, so I slip the stitch on the needle. So yarn forward, because we're doing purl. And I do 5 purl. So, what happens? What's a little update about the project? Offer a hug, knit a square per week. We now have 20 members, so welcome to all the members. We have we had the first meeting and met Leslie. On the private group, we have a lovely other Leslie, which is lovely. I met these 2 people at different events. So it's nice to meet people because it makes it real. So, and a comment on your, when you put some squares on the private group, leave a comment, leave a like, all that makes it not just real for me, but real for everybody. I am not a AI, I am real, it's happening. Hopefully we will meet at some stage and you will get something out of this project, even if you are a seasoned knitter or a seasoned crochet hook user. Right, so here we've got already one. Can you count? I'm struggling, I've got to say. 1, 2, 3, 4. No way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Maybe you've got to sample different area to count your rows. That's what I do. So what have we got? We have a purl. So we slip purlwise. So the next meeting will be the 17th of February. So feel free to join it. It's from 2 to 4 on the 17th of February. I think I'm going to keep the same place for now and the same kind of time. And I'll try to put a post every week. So far I managed to do it for the next meeting. But it's all nicely happening. And I'm talking and I'm not thinking. Here we go. I went too far. I didn't count my stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. So stitch, yarn behind. What else should I say? If you have some problem to get on the private group, please let me know. If you've watched the video, leave a comment and I will try to invite you or copy and paste the email. We'll find a way. So far, people who contacted me, we found a way. We did find a way. So 1, 2, 3. How many have we got? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Oh, look at this. I think we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I think we've done our 2 first row for the 5th. Yeah, I think I've said everything I needed to say, and you've got another little project to do. So I think I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to wish you a good week. Keep warm. Enjoy the rays of sunshine and the shred of blue skies. So this project is, what's a nice word to use? I am concentrating on Leicester and Leicestershire. Does that mean that people who are outside of Leicestershire or outside of Leicestershire can't take part? No, but I've got to say that the visiting point, the meeting point, I want them to move eventually, but I will not. It's harsh to say, but so far, for the time being, for financial reason, and I'm sure you all understand, I can't go any further than beyond. That's where I put my limit. Beyond the Leicestershire limit. Another thing I would like to say, eventually I will say goodbye. My inspiration for this project, it's Craft Forward. Craft Forward is a group limited, and again limited to London, of crafters who just knit and craft squares, and the organizer organize meeting to put the squares together, or you can even offer blankets, ready blankets. I want to concentrate on Leicester and Leicestershire homelessness. That's the big idea. Yeah, and you guys gaining friends, boosting your getting out of the house, getting out, do something now new, get out of your comfort zone. I would say that's the side effect, which is not bad. If you want to take part, take part. If you struggle in any way, share your concern. We'll try to find a way. That's it. I'll say goodbye. Enjoy your basket with. And I'll see you next week. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment, and to share that video. Let's make it grow to allow as many people to see this video and to take advantage of this project. Thank you.